Welcome back to the YouTube channel or the podcast, whatever you're listening on. But I just had my client Claire on for a little chat. Claire joined last year with the Black Friday deal, and I wasn't going to do a Black Friday deal this year, but when I thought back to how much she has changed in the last year from joining, it made me just realize that if I can do a deal for a couple of more people to join, I would be so happy if I could help people in the way that I've helped Claire. She used to struggle massively with binge eating. She works in a really high stressful job over in Abu Dhabi, and we have completely changed her mindset with food and even like training, exercise, everything like that there. She has just gone a full circle, and yeah, it's just so nice to see. Now she's not even focusing on fat loss anymore. She's lost the weight and she's focusing on performance-based goals. So I'll let you listen to the chat with me and Claire. And if you have any questions, obviously you can message me on Instagram, or if you want to inquire about coaching as well, you can click the link in my bio and have a chat. So basically, I just wanted to ask you, like, because you joined last year for the Black Friday deal,
Yeah.
and you have made so much progress since you joined, but like, can you tell me a little bit about what you're struggling with before you joined?
Yeah. So basically, I had never a problem with fitness. Like I was working out maybe 4 to 5 days every single evening of the week. And yeah, like I just was never seeing any results. Like week in, week out, every Sunday I'd be waking up feeling the same. I'd be probably going away out drinking on a Saturday night, waking up Sunday, hungover, feeling like shit. My weight was probably still the same, if not worse. And I was also feeling so exhausted because I was obviously putting that pressure on myself of, working, coming home and going to the gym and working my arse off at the gym. And just, it was like a constant cycle. And then like I was obviously still feeling shit in my clothes. I was feeling shit going out, feeling overweight or whatever. And yeah, basically I was looking always at your videos and stuff. I was looking at your videos, I'd say for nearly a good year, to be honest with
Where
you. And then I
you?
was like, honest to God, like, and just I don't know what it was this time last year. I broke down to Stuart. I was
Oh.
like I know he's a coach and all, but I was like, do you know when you want your own coach
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well?
It's
Like,
hard to say.
but
It's
I
hard
was
if
just
it's like
like,
your boyfriend. Like you can't
yeah, it's
work.
different. And anyway, I broke down to him and I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm working my arse off all week. I'm in the gym nearly every evening and I'm just not seeing these results. I'm always feeling like shit. And every Sunday, it's like back to square one again after having an unreal week in the gym of whatever and what. So then I obviously was like, do you know what? I'm going to put the foot down now. Sunday morning, I'm going to have a call with Stephanie and see kind of where I go from there. And obviously, it was the best decision I ever made. And it actually helped even more that you had the Black Friday deal because I think that was like 3 or 4 months of a deal that you gave me. But that also was like for me 3 or 4 months of locking in. So I was like, great. So so that was November, December, January, February, even though it was through Christmas time and everything, I still managed it, even maintaining or whatever. But I was like, by February, like, I'm going to feel class. I'm going to feel a wee bit better than I'm feeling right now. Like, surely something has to be better than it is now. So, yeah, obviously, like, you've really helped me with my binge eating, which was
Yeah, that
like
was amazing.
my biggest struggle, say. Like with my long hours of working, it would just lead to me getting stressed. And then right away, the minute coming home from work, go straight to the chocolate cupboard, binging on chocolate, crisps, you name it, whatever. And I would be satisfied for about friggin' 5 minutes after my chocolate. And then after that, I'd be feeling like shit for the evening, feeling guilty after eating a bag of crisps or whatever. And I was just feeling sorry for myself, I suppose, in the evenings then. Um, Along with that, you were also saying, you should get out for steps. And I would be barely doing 6,000 steps a day, like, before that. Whereas now I feel like I can't rest until I get 12,000 steps done. So I'm
I
doing
know.
12,000 now in comparison to what I was doing this time last year. Like, and
Yeah,
I feel so much more better as well,
yeah,
like more energized. And even if I am stressed after a day of work, like even if I just go for a 4K walk, I feel 10 times better. And it's actually mental. If you just stick the headphones in, listen to a few tunes, and you come back and you're a different person. Like,
Yeah.
and it obviously as well with the meal prepping, like, having that, having my dinner ready for me in the fridge, basically coming home then after my walk, it's done and dusted and it's ready to heat up in the fridge, eat it, and you know exactly what calories you're having. You're more fueled, you're more satisfied, you don't have those hunger cravings then in the evenings. You might have a few calories left for a little bar of chocolate if you really needed a little sweet treat or whatever, but like you can still fit everything into your day, I suppose, and still get those results. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I've learned from you.
And I think actually that was so obviously, yeah, the nutrition was the main thing, the binge eating in the evenings after a stressful day. But
Hmm.
I think the main thing that helped you was that obviously, like you said, the meal prepping, creating more of a structure to your meal timings as
Yeah.
well. I remember you saying that helped massively with making sure you have them meal timings so that you're not hungry as often
Hmm.
as well. And
Hmm.
also, like you were saying, like you didn't really used to go for that many steps, but like creating that new habit that you go for a walk straight after work, it breaks that barrier of
Yeah.
when you go home, you normally snack and binge.
Yeah.
So you've got out, you've got time to think, do you
Hmm.
actually want it? That probably
Yeah.
helped massively as well.
Yeah. And what I've started even doing in the last 2 weeks actually is like we have about meetings after school for about half an hour or whatever. And I actually take a protein shake and like a piece of fruit to my meetings now, like an apple or an orange or whatever. So like that protein shake is obviously going to fill me up before I get home, and a little bit of fruit is that like a wee bit of sweetener sort of, before I
Yeah.
do get home. So then when I get home, then I'm not running to the cupboard or whatever. I'm getting straight on my shorts and my top and away out I go walking. And that's kind of my sweet treat. Or do you know what I mean? It kind of
Yeah.
just helps those cravings a wee bit. So I've just even noticed that in the last 2 weeks. And it fits into my calories as well, which is a good thing. So yeah, just
Yeah.
little kind of things like that that it really
Little tweak.
helps. And
Yeah,
like the whole thing as well with the meal planning and prepping, like like people like when they go like, oh yeah, I'm going on a diet, and it's like so daunting. It's like, oh my God, I can never eat that again or whatever. Like I'm still eating essentially the same things, but with in moderation, or like, I'm weighing out my sauces more. Like for example, like I always took a chicken wrap to school before I even met you.
yeah,
And yet I'm still taking a chicken wrap to school. But before this, I wasn't weighing my sauces, like my mayo or my sweet chili or whatever it was. I was putting on a lot of cheese, avocado, say, all this kind of stuff on my chicken wrap. Whereas now I'm like, okay, I have to weigh my sauce, I have to weigh my cheese. But like over time, you don't even have to weigh now if you get used to it over time. Like you kind of know yourself, okay, that's too much cheese, or that's,
yeah,
whatever I mean, you know what I mean? So I've kind of gotten used to that now as well. Like, so it's not as if you have to change your diet completely. Like you're literally eating the same things, but just in moderation, and you have that little bit more control over it. So that's also what I found, like your portion sizes, and obviously having a lot more protein. Like I was probably having a lot more cheese than chicken, say for example, whereas
yeah,
now I'm having 80 to 100 grams of chicken in my wrap and that little bit of cheese, and I'm still eating. Do you know what I mean? But it's making those smarter choices and
yeah.
having
And I
that little
think
bit more control.
yeah, like I think a lot of people think when they sign up with a coach or they start like a diet or whatever, they have
That's
to
it.
completely change their whole diet.
Yeah.
Like obviously, yes, you do have to make some better choices, but like you
Yeah.
said, you're still having the meals that you like every single day. It's
Hmm.
just little tweaks to the portion sizes and like
Yeah.
changing more protein and everything like that. But also, like one of your main goals was to feel better in a bikini over in Dubai and stuff like that there.
Yeah.
And then you also have such a busy social life in Dubai.
Yeah.
But like for most people, they think they're not able to have any socializing when they are trying to lose weight. But like you did. Like you still
Hmm.
had stuff not every single weekend at the start, but like every couple of weekends you always had something. It's
Yeah. Every
never,
second weekend anyway.
yeah, I
But
know.
yeah, I know. And like I was able to lose literally over a stone weight. I was still able to go out every weekend, every second weekend, and just obviously before going to these brunches, having a higher protein breakfast or having a higher protein lunch or whatever, and feeling sort of full before going out as well. If you were going out on a day drinking, so then you're not kind of craving and nipping at things during the day, and just having those drinks too, those low cal drinks and all that. It does help, and even like after your nights out, then having something kind of ready in the fridge, like even like a little fake away, like you know, like a taco chip or something, but like a healthier taco chip, if you get me, just to kind of help that craving after a night out as well. And to have the shopping done for your hangover day too.
Yeah.
So that was
These
a
all
game
these little
changer for me
things.
as well.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
you can have a social life to an extent, but you just can't take the fucking piss. Like so many people just
Yeah,
think like,
exactly.
the whole weekend I can just eat whatever I want. Like, but like you have to be
Yeah.
prepared to actually get results
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Um, but like
100%.
you're like living proof that you can have both. You just have to be well prepped and planned. Um,
Yeah.
what else was I going to say? But also, like, even for you, all summer, you basically didn't really track calories and you just mindfully
Hmm.
ate, which is probably something that you wouldn't have been able to do in the past because of
Yeah.
overeating so much. But like, you showed yourself as
Yeah.
well that you've learned so much from tracking calories to now nearly
Yeah.
sometimes take a step away. Like, that
Hmm.
must have felt so
Like
good.
even in the exactly like, and I do feel like at times I don't have to track calories that much anymore because I am so used to now. Like I was saying earlier about how much cheese I need to put in my wrap, say for example, like you can kind of know
Yeah.
yourself over time. You get used to seeing that sort of portion, you know. So I feel like people do think that calorie tracking as well is like, oh my God, there's so much effort, blah blah blah. Like yes, okay, it's a little bit of effort at the start, but like you do, like if you want to get the results bad enough, you'll fucking do it. Like
Yeah, exactly.
and as well, like with the calorie tracking, this was a complete game changer for me too when I met you. You know, like when you have your meal prepped on the Sunday night and putting in all your meals that you've prepped then from Monday to Thursday, say, you know, for meal one, meal two, meal three, and having your breakfast all put into MyFitnessPal, your lunch all put in, and your dinner all put in. And then that is one thing that you don't have to do then during the week is putting all that in. Do you know what I mean? Because like me, especially, I beat my head just be fried after work. And it's like mind games then, like, oh my God, what did I have today for breakfast? What did I have today for lunch? And because you don't have time to be, oh my God, I had that banana, I had this. So it's better to just have that all put in on a Sunday night. So then you know yourself, okay, I have this meal, I have that meal, I have that meal. And then in the evening time, if you do want to have another snack, you only have to put in that little snack then, and then you can kind of see then if you have how many calories you have left for the day or whatever. So I just thought that was another really good thing that you taught me as
Yeah.
well, just to keep
So
on
much
track, you
easier
know.
because like we're so busy all day that like even if I was to track at the end of the day, I would honestly forget one or two things that I probably had.
Yeah, you do forget. And
I
it's
know.
little things like milk on your tea and
Yeah.
butter and all those little things too that add up, like,
Yeah.
you know.
That you wouldn't even realize, especially the butter.
Yeah.
Like butter racks up
Oh,
calories
stop
massively.
it.
And it's like it's not that you have to cut it out. Like I do personally do cut it out because I'm so small. 100 or 200 calories a
Yeah.
day in butter is not worth it to me. But
Yeah.
I do have some clients that do still love their butter, but they track it properly because it can
Butter.
add
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Um, but I think yeah, that's kind of the main thing. But you know what actually stood out to me in one of your check-ins there recently, and it was so nice to hear as well, because I feel like that's where I am, is that you are not so much focused now on losing weight. You feel comfortable enough that like you want to focus more on your performance. Like even
Yeah.
getting to
And I
that
know,
stage
and
is
that's
so
the thing,
nice.
like, yeah, like all I want to do is just now get out for a run, and I'm still feeling confident in wearing my little shorts, my crop top out for my run, and I'm feeling lighter. And I just want to aim now at getting fitter, you know, and being able to just work on my running for the half marathon.